itself is a team-orientated game. Our single-player experience, obviously you have a team that you command and you move through the environment. And a team allows you so much variation in approach that a single individual, as they move through, wouldn't be able to have. You can send your team forward, skirt round the side. It allows you to approach situations and work out the way in which you want to solve those situations. In your way. That moves also through into co-op. Co-op is a natural extension for the team game within Socom, and then also into multiplayer. Socom, competitive multiplayer is really the most team-orientated competitive multiplayer available. That's to do also with really the third person. You're very much situationally aware. You can see your peripheral vision. Allows you to coordinate with your teammates towards a set objective, and those objectives also are very team-orientated. One example of that is Last Defense, which is a new game mode that we have. In Last Defense, you have a number of objectives, 3 objectives, in the center of the map. Your team basically has to go through and capture those 3 objectives. Once they've captured those, they triangulate on the enemy base. You then can move forward, and the game basically steps into a different mode where you're attacking the enemy base. At that point, the enemy itself is falling back, having a last stand. You push yourself forward. If you can plant a beacon, within 2 minutes in 2 minutes time, it allows you to go through and an airstrike to come in and wipe out the enemy base. If not, if the enemy is successful in actually going through and defending their position, the tide of the conflict changes. The objectives in the middle reset back in the enemy's favor, and you're basically pushed back. So you're placed a little bit on the defensive. If the enemy then comes back, presses that advantage, you get a toing and froing within the game. So, as I say, it's very team-orientated. Socom has never really been a game where a lone person can run out into the middle and really survive for very long. They have to take care of where they are, be aware of their environment. Our environments are also, valuable. We have destructible cover. That means that the situations can change at a moment's notice. Something that you were using for cover 1 minute is not available the next, and so there are so many things that add to the Socom experience. Well, this is actually the 7th title, Socom title that Zipper has actually created. We've created them over a decade now. It's a genre that we are very, very comfortable within. We also went through and worked on MAG. MAG itself, 256. It's a very, very broad, large experience itself. Socom itself is much more directed. It's to do with special forces. And it's an infantry-based warfare, very, very tight, very much based on small teams. And so, yes, we learnt a lot, especially when it comes to server and underlying technology with MAG. You definitely have to, in order to bring 256 individuals to the battlefield. You have to make sure that your background network technology is very refined. And then we've basically taken that technology and pushed it even further for Socom 4. That means the fidelity of our environments are much higher. Also the animations and the gameplay itself are very refined. And so, yeah, so we're very pleased.